Welcome back to a new scaling video, specifically on the character Shiva from Hindu mythology. Now, in this video, it's going to be a pretty easy power scaling video, simply because the blatant feats that he has, they're just pretty verbatim. I'm pretty sure that's pretty simple to understand. And just like all my other power scaling videos, I'm going to be using the same two tiering systems versus Battle Wiki and character stats profile wiki. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we're going to be using character stats profile wiki as the first tiering system. Alright, so what we need to understand is that Shiva is a part of something called the Trinity of Hindu gods, which is the top three highest beings in it, which involve Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva. Shiva in Hindu mythology, especially this Trinity, is known as the Destroyer, and essentially the ultimate reality, aka Parabrahman. Parabrahman is something that is beyond any considerations of space and time, as well as being beyond all conceptualizations, easily scaling it above the concepts of space and time dimensionality, or in any form of it, thus getting it to outerversal. Now we need to understand why Shiva scales the high outerversal now, right? It's a big jump. So just like all the other scalings I did for Sun Wukong, right? The reason why Shiva reaches his high outerversal ranges is simply because he transcends all duality, non-duality, logic, and non-logic, which non-duality is just something that is beyond duality, and duality is of course two oppositions between each other, right? Because type 3 plurality is basically just transcending the distinction between trans-duality and duality, right? Which non-duality is beyond duality, which is what trans-duality is, thus of course qualifying for it. And it is high outerversal due to the fact that, right, type 3 plurality transcends type 2 the same way it transcends things bound by dimensionality and duality, right? That's what type 2 does. And type 3 is just like a whole transcendence over that. So that's just the easy outerversal to high outerversal qualifications. Now, let's get into 1S, which is the highest tier in character stats, called extraversal. So the reason why Shiva qualifies for 1S on this tiering system is simply because he is beyond all descriptions. What a description is basically an explanation on something or what something is. The term all is basically a term that is meaning the whole quantity of something. So if he's beyond the whole quantity, right, of descriptions, you can easily get him the description of 1S, it's kind of essentially above it. But for the sake of this, we're going to lowball it and put it basically just 1S, as any layering into 1S, to be fair. Right? This can even be validated through moral logic. Moral logic is used to qualify the truth of judgment. And strictly speaking, moral logic is the study of deductive behavior of expressions, which deals with it is necessary that, it is possible that, and it deals with those type of situations. So basically, the way this can be shown, right, in this instance, or I can apply it, it would basically go like this. If 1S has a description, if all is the whole quantity of something, if Shiva transcends all descriptions, then he transcends 1S description, right? So basically through that validation, right, we can easily infer that Shiva, the Hindu god from Hindu mythology, would qualify for outerversal, high outerversal, and 1S on character stats. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go to VSBW. As is pretty obvious already, VSBW, low, outer, and up, is defined and bounded to something called set theory, which is what we're going to be using to scale Shiva to these high outerversal 2 tier 0 ranges. Now, within Jainism, which is a part of Hindu mythology, there's these different types of affinities that are put into a coherent mathematical framework, and a part of those affinities include alifs, right? And these alifs aren't just some abstract number, they actually have a set amount of dimensions applied to them to fit their size, meaning that Aleph 2, Aleph 3, Aleph 4, Aleph 5 actually have a set amount of dimensions, thus qualifying for usually outerversal plus, because it's including all the other Alephs, right? Now, Shiva is stated to be above everything in Hindu mythology, which would include these Alephs within Jainism. So Shiva, off the bat, is already reaching these high outerversal ranges on VSBW. Now, to get into the even better parts, which is the tier 0 ranges, we need to look into the 0 equals 1 cardinal, which is a wholeness axiom and is part of rank into rank, which is embedding a large cardinal property defined by one of the following 4 axioms given in order of increasing consistency strength. In simple terms, it's basically a hierarchy of cardinals that are each stronger than the one before it. And 0 equals 1 is the strongest known large cardinal that is consistent to CFC, which puts it higher than Malo cardinals, wooden cardinals, and so on and so forth, which would easily put him at tier 0. Now, what makes like Shiva comparable to this, and quite literally above it actually, is simply the fact that contradictions don't apply to them. So 0 equals 1, which is a axiom in set theory, right? The axiom contradiction set theory wouldn't apply to him due to as contradictions don't apply to him. Along this would include Ragnar Cardinal's false set theory due to the fact that Shiva in Parabrahman is someone that is indescribable, beyond the grasp of mind, undemonstratable, transcendental, beyond comprehension. So in summary, he's above absolutely everything within Hindu mythology, Jainism set theory, and all these different types of cardinals. Easily scale him to like maybe like very far into tier 0 on VSBW, which is actually pretty crazy to see how strong some of these religious characters are. So that's just basically a sum up on the VSBW end. So in conclusion, Shiva would be extraversal, aka 1S on character stats and profile wiki, and on VSBW he would easily be high autoversal to tier 0, aka boundless. So that will be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this elaboration that I gave on Shiva scaling, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.